Skyworld. Kingdom Battle. All right, so you know a little bit more about this. So what are they doing? They're just like showing commercials before the actual show?
Yeah, so they're basically doing a 15 minutes of pre-stream where they're showing some things and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's not supposed to be kind of like, the pre-trailers that PlayStation would do and stuff in their pre-show. Kind of the same idea.
Devolver would say the pre-show?
The pre-show, yes.
The first ever second or third or fourth pre-show. That I'm still taken aback by the Devolver Digital thing. Like, last year they were crazy, but it was still like somewhat confined. It was confined within reasonable crazy. This was off the walls. This was chaos. Yeah. This was Joker-ish. Sure. It was, that was evil.
What does your timer say?
7:29, 28, 27.
You're like 10 seconds ahead of me, and I can't get any closer.
Oh no. I'm on the YouTube page because I didn't see their Twitch page go live.
Yeah, I think it's only on YouTube.
I don't think they're doing the Twitch stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and post in the Discord. And let's see if I can't get a tweet out in time. All right, so this is Upload VR's VR show. It's not PlayStation VR, it's not Oculus or the other thing, the Rift, Rise. What is it?
Well, I mean, so there's Oculus and then the Vive.
The Vive. See, I was close.
Yeah, you're close. And then Valve just announced or released their new system as well. So.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Very cool.
Yeah. The Valve Index, I believe it's called.
The Index.
Yes.
Do you expect to see many PlayStation VR games?
So they have said that this is actually going to be about an hour with about 30 to 35 games from all headsets. And they specifically have said there will be updates on PSVR titles. So, yes, I do think there will be PSVR stuff based off of that. I anticipate a heavier lean towards PC VR.
Sure.
But because that in general is what Upload VR tends to do more of, but with PSVR having the largest install base for VR currently, I would anticipate for sure some PSVR stuff.
I'm excited. I don't know. Is there any highlights that you're anticipating? You're much more like in tune with the VR landscape than I am.
I think we're probably going to see. I think we're going to see a lot of the heavier hitters as far as, well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe we'll see what Ready at Dawn is working on because they're working on some VR stuff. Maybe Insomniac, who is also working on some VR things. Maybe we'll see that. I wonder how much they're going to talk about Oculus Quest or any Quest-specific VR, just because since that is a curated store that only certain titles are available, and it seems that people are really enjoying their Quests. I wonder if that's going to have how much of a space that's going to take. But yeah, so I am more interested, more than anything, I'm interested to see kind of where VR is going and what people are working on now. I kind of plan that my summer gaming this year is going to basically be indie games on Xbox Game Pass and PSVR. That's kind of my plan for the summer once I finish up Rage 2 here in the next day or so, because I think I'm pretty close to the end. That's what I'm planning to do, is just play VR and indie games when I'm not playing Overwatch. So
I said a lot on PSVG already, but I've been trying to make my way through them. I've definitely been stashing them. I picked up Batman. I've got to finish Rush of Blood. I got to get back to it. I stopped playing it to play Hot Shots and Blood and Truth, and which is the truth. The game is awesome, but I've got to finish those and get back to Rush of Blood. Rush of Blood is fantastic.
Yeah, I actually never finished Rush of Blood either, so I would like to go back and finish it.
Oh man, I want to put like my wife in Rush of Blood just to see what happens.
Do you really want to do that?
I kinda do.
Okay,
but look, it's a gun. You pull the trigger. Like just sit back and like maybe tie her down. Like you can't leave.
Oh jeez.
You got to get through the first level. Oh man, it's really good. What's up, Caroline? Hey, Jared. Thanks for dropping by the stream. 3 minutes, 37, 36, 35. There's no way There's no way Iron Man shows up, right?
I wouldn't anticipate. I'm only about 8 seconds behind you, so hopefully this shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, there's no way PlayStation's going to let that go here. Is Iron Man this year? Like, I'm fully expecting it to be, right?
They said it was going to be, yeah.
Okay. Super excited. That's the whole reason why I bought VR again.
Yeah, and impressions of it are good. So we'll see if it continues to hold that. So,
and then anything, any horror game, I think I'll be excited for. I'd like to see more. They have this neat VR concept where you kind of play board games, like these like strategy like tabletop games and stuff like that.
Yep.
I'd like to see a lot more of that. Like that's a neat idea where you sit down and you look at a table in a virtual thing and you can move things around and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I agree. It would be very cool with especially the amount of board games that are starting to come to consoles, that not just PC anymore. It would be very cool to see some of them done in VR.
Yep. How do you my last question I had for you in this pre-show, you forget how much time we have, like 2 minutes. What do you think? So PlayStation's going to release a next-gen headset. It's long been rumored.
Eventually.
Yeah. And we have next-gen upon us. Do you think we're going to see like this stopgap? Is the PSVR Model 1 like dead? Or
I think, well, an important thing to note
dying?
is,
Sorry, is the right?
I don't know if it's dead or dying. I think it'll be very interesting to see if they're able to somehow offload more of the processing to the next gen PlayStation, so you can improve the quality of the PSVR without having to change the hardware. Because realistically, it's a display, right? That is what it is. Yep. So hopefully, they're able to improve the quality of the display. Because I can't imagine the screens that are in there are at their max right now.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can just improve that with the console itself. And the biggest thing I think they need to do, though, as a stopgap before PSVR 2 and probably inside-out tracking and all that good stuff, is they need new controllers. They need something else other than the Move controllers, because all these games that you're seeing for PC VR, the reason that some of them can't come to PSVR without some pretty significant modifications is because the Move controllers just aren't good enough.
They're not good enough.
They don't have the finger tracking. They don't have the fine motor that is required that you can get with the more powerful PC VR platforms. So that's, I think, the biggest thing holding them back right now is those Move controllers. You're taking something from that was designed for a system 10 years ago and putting it with your quote unquote most cutting edge hardware. And it just, I think, is reaching the point where it's just not effective anymore.
That makes sense. I mean, that would excite me. I kind of sold myself on buying another PlayStation VR would like be forwards compatible, even if at less quality.
Right.
I was still kind of hoping that like when PS5 comes, I can still play them, even if it's in 540p or whatever, they have to dumb it down to.
Yeah. Well, and they said that PSVR will work with the next PlayStation. I think a nice stopgap would be, hey, here's PlayStation 5 or whatever it's called, probably PlayStation 5, and here are the controllers to bring your VR to the next experience, but you don't have to get a whole new headset yet.
I'd totally be in on that. I'd buy controllers.
I would too.
Ooh, so loud.
Hey guys, Richard here, studio director.
Chat, let us know if you can hear the show.
Welcome to our studio. Today the team will be talking about After the Fall, our biggest and most ambitious VR project yet. We've been working on this for 1.5 years.
I've turned it up to like
wait to hear what you guys think.
10% on YouTube side, and it's super loud.
It's very loud.
It's loud. Their audio is spot on. After the Fall?
Yep.
Have you seen this game already?
I've heard of this game, and I haven't ever watched a trailer for it, but this is kind of... in the PC VR world, this is a game people are very excited about.
After the Fall is a VR action FPS with RPG elements set in a shared world with 4-player co-op at its heart. Players use their own combat styles to fight against a variety of these zombie-like creatures known as the Snowbeat in a battle for survival and control of the frozen, post-apocalyptic Los Angeles.
For me, After the Fall is
4-player co-op,
about
that's kind of
a
cool.
lot of enemies and about loads of loot.
Me and my
And it's-
team
I don't know,
are
it
really
just
pushing
feels
the boundaries
big,
of
bigger
VR,
for
building
VR.
The largest
There's a
halls,
lot
Yeah.
going on
the
for
biggest
VR
bosses,
games.
and the richest
That's very true.
environments on screen, all shared with players around the world. So once players have teamed up,
Because this is the same team that made Arizona Sunshine.
Missions
I haven't
can
played it
involve
yet.
various
I've,
types
so-
of
it's on the list.
Say a settlement is in desperate need of some assistance and requires you to go out and save them from a
If
giant
you Google
colossal
like
snow beat that
best
you
VR
take down
games,
together.
Arizona Sunshine
The main
shows up
focus
pretty
for After
freaking.
Four
Yeah, I
are
don't know
the
that the
things that you do,
PlayStation port
but
is
aside
ideal,
from that, there's also
Right.
side content
but
that
it's
you
very
can
good on
follow,
PC.
and events and other interesting encounters that you can do to upgrade your equipment further. You know, and of course, play that endgame.
You played Everybody's Golf yet?
I have not.
Gotta
I've
go
heard
on
good
it.
things.
Hey
Gotta go on a
everyone,
kinky
and
date with your caddy,
welcome
man.
to the first ever Upload E3 VR showcase. Thanks for being here. I'm Jamie. This is going to
I
be
do
exactly
wonder-
what it sounds
I
like.
think it's cool
60
that they're
minutes of
talking
VR
to the
games.
developers
That's not
and
a lot
showing,
of time for me to
you know,
talk.
the
You just
art
want to
and
see the
things.
game. Why don't we just get right to it?
I wonder if this is what people want from a VR showcase. But I also, it's very hard to show VR, so what else
Yeah,
do you do?
Yeah, what else you gonna exactly?
It was a land of
That's what I said on
magic
PSVG, right? I was thinking
Right.
about PlayStation not being at E3. I,
Right.
for one, would have really liked to have heard hands-on impressions on several VR games, because trailers don't do anything for VR for me.
Many foes
Right.
wish to claim it.
I mean, you get a concept, like I get an idea of what the game is, but until somebody says I've played this, I don't really pay much attention.
Right. This looks interesting so far.
It's good music.
There is no price I wouldn't pay to protect my home.
I was more intrigued with the studio space that they work in. It's like, man, look at this nice place, like marble floors and glass walls. I was like, damn.
What is but a soul in return for such power?
Cool.
What is this?
Become a wizard.
The Wizard's Dark Times. That's just what I decide. I don't know where you're at.
Did Days Gone rip off that font? That is the exact same Days Gone font lettering and everything, like to the box, to the font.
Oh, you're a little ahead of me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I just got Rust Limited with gracious permission of Valve. Like, that's where I just got
This
to.
looks awesome. Oh, please say PSVR. I want to play hot dog shooting game. Like, this is great. This is like this could be like a Worms game. Yes. Yes. 3 meaty modes of mayhem. Look at that. Oh, this is fantastic. Battle Royale. Kevin gets all
Well,
excited
of
by his
course.
VR.
Of course.
I wanted to see Kevin surprised when they announced VR last night, but he checked in on the chat, spoiled it for himself.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to Nicorp's offices. We're going to be showing you some footage from
This is the kind of stuff that just makes it cracks me up.
So
Meat
enjoy.
Fortress.
I mean, that's kind of cool. They're not giving any platforms, though.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Ooh.
This looks fun too. A sweet little jam to it. Budget cuts coming to PlayStation VR this fall.
Hi, my name is James Hunt, and
This
I'm
is
very
really
happy
interesting
to
looking.
announce the next title from Fast Travel Games.
I need to
and a
Google
passion
Meat Fortress. I
project of
can't
mine
hold
called
out any longer.
Curious Tale of the
Do
Stolen
it!
Pets. The Curious Tale is an interactive, heartwarming story where you play your childhood memories formed into tiny worlds in front of you. The game is full of animated life, playful interactions, and joyful, unique puzzles. We at Fast Travel Games are known for our action adventures in first person, but this is something very different. We're a small, passionate team working on this game alongside our bigger titles, and we hope to share something really special. And here's the very first trailer. Enjoy.
Is that you? I didn't
Lord.
recognize you at first. You're all grown
My stream just skipped big time, and I'm way far back down.
Oh, that sucks.
Let me reload this really quick. It just went back to Meat Fortress.
I'm watching this,
and I think you can help.
getting like Little Big Planet. It's got like this narrator thing. The world spins.
Oh, this is so weird. Why am I...
This is actually really cute. What's the Vita game my daughter loves with the back touch and all the stuff? Tearaway.
Tearaway, yeah.
Yeah, not like crafting in that way, but like in tone has Tearaway
Okay.
like vibes. You can see yourself in the world, like spin the world around. Oh man, my daughter's gonna love this game.
That's
PlayStation VR: The Curious Tale of the Stolen Pets, coming this year. Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna write that down too. I have like a wish list. I'll never remember all these games.
Hello! We need to put aside our differences and work together.
Are you
hell is
freaking
this?
kidding me?
Angry Bird. I was like, is this Angry Birds?
Yes, it does look like Angry Birds.
Couch Co-op VR. What? So you can play with the headset or without it?
Yeah, that's kind of a thing often with some PSVR games where you
I mean, that's
have
smart.
where you have one person in the headset and then other people just using the controllers.
Can the person in the headset see things that the people without it can't?
This is the amazing team.
What's that?
Working around the clock for.
I'm going to turn this down a little bit. You're saying, I'm saying that your connection has been interrupted.
For
Can you hear me?
players.
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. Can the person in the headset see
That
things
was an
the people
awesome
without it
showcase
can't?
of the great content VR developers are putting out there right now.
Yeah,
Next
so
up, let's take a trip to
basically
the TARDIS.
the person in the headset is playing a different role or something like that. So it's they're the monster and everyone else is a different character in the game and fighting against the monster or whatever it might be. So
It's very like Wii U. Wii U had a bunch of indie games like that where the person with the gamepad could do stuff that the other people couldn't.
Control of space and time, and they've sent out a reality virus that totally disrupts the time across various worlds.
Stronger, and I'll soon be through that door, so get a move on. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
We get to visit different worlds, different times. We get to explore
Are you a Doctor
worlds
Who
really
fan?
intimately, as well
No,
as more
I've never
challenging
watched it.
mechanics where you might meet
I dated a girl that
well-known
watched it and
characters
she
such as
loved
the
it,
Weeping
but
Angels,
yeah.
or even a Dalek.
That's as far as knowledge as I have is that.
For us, it's really important that we captured the experience of being in an episode, and that moment when the TARDIS appears is a really powerful moment. And of course, when you open the doors and you can actually see the TARDIS, it's quite amazing. A really real VR moment.
I can't find this Meat Fortress thing anywhere. I'm about to give up on the search.
interesting.
Nibel tweeted about it.
Interesting.
It looks like it's an add-on. It's not releasing separately, so it's an add-on for Team Fortress, so it's only available... It's not coming to PlayStation VR. Doesn't look like. Womp womp. That looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks very cool.
I don't think that's coming to PlayStation VR either. You can just like tell from the picture quality, like, no. I know what
Probably
that feels
not.
like as a Switch owner. Like, no,
Or
that's
if it
not
is,
working.
it's coming with some serious concessions.
Exactly. I could have been the only person last night watching Doom Eternal. Like, how is this possible on Switch? How is this any way possible? Like, any way close to the game?
Right, yeah. Yeah. They definitely have some very cool concepts going on in some of these games, but I wonder how close we are to Child Index 5.
I'm listening.
Oh, I just was reading the end of that. I just wonder how close we are to quote-unquote full game experiences. I know we're getting more and more of those, but I don't know if we have fully turned the corner.
Still
on
seems
that
very
yet.
conceptual.
Yeah, a lot of the time. Very
Or
cool
like
concepts.
An entire
but-
game will be built around like one single gameplay mechanic. It's like, check out this thing we did, and then we built 4 hours around it to kind of show it to you. Yeah.
We're in the middle of Stockholm and we're
I'm okay with that as long as they continue to remain like somewhat budget priced. It gets a little hard when you get into the $30, $40, $50 range for that.
Right.
The mobile players
Nope, absolutely.
joins in as squirrels trying to steal the acorns.
We
Oh,
tried
this
to
is
make
cool
games
too.
that could fit everyone. It was just the most
So you can
natural
play
thing
across
that,
with mobile.
okay, so you're a tree,
Yeah.
This
you
is
have
nuts.
Acorns, and what animal like acorns?
Yeah, this is very interesting.
We could, I mean, if it came to PSVR, we could play this together.
We could.
That's crazy.
I think it's really interesting how many VR games are focusing on multiplayer when the install base is still as small as it is.
Yeah. I think it helps when you
Acorn is coming later this summer.
I think it helps
to
when you have like a
and
mechanic
Oculus Quest.
to focus on multiplayer because it gives it replayability.
That's
and
true.
Kind of
Let's
keep
get this
playing
straight.
it.
Budget cuts. Curious
Yeah.
Tale of the Stolen Pets.
But I like the second
Is it
screen
just
usage
me,
in
or are
VR.
Swedish developers really good at making
I am
wholesome
losing
VR
Kyle
games?
left and
Next
right.
couple of VR games, not so wholesome.
I keep losing your webcam.
We work closely with AMC to bring you The Walking Dead Onslaught.
Let's see if Kyle can make it
Really
back, guys.
excited about this title because it allowed us for the first time to bring together all the amazing technology that we built up from past shooters like Raw Data, the melee experiences from Creed Rise to Glory, and our local
Oh, this looks great.
Sprint Vector for the first time, bringing them together in an action-packed experience like no one's seen before. Not only do we get to work with AMC and some of their team writers, we also got
That's
to work
nuts.
with some
Kevin, thank you. I didn't even, that wasn't intentional. I'm not that witty.
As you're going through the campaign, you'll be able to level up your characters.
I was worried about Kyle's. I wasn't paying attention to the chat, Caroline. I was trying to find the Meat Fortress game. I'm worried about Kyle's connection. Kyle just dropped off. Like, I'm not sure if he's going to make it back. So, I have a lot going on right now.
It's not just about the world itself and the walkers, but really how you interact with them.
This just looks like Zombie U in VR.
So building upon our past animated technology with Creed, we wanted to
Dude, Zombie U in VR would be dope, actually, now that I've spoken that into existence. I would fucking love Zombie U in VR.
This new system, players not only can decapitate,
Especially if I could, like, hold the tablet with the VR
all
controllers.
sorts of disgusting, horrible things.
Somebody help me out here, Kevin.
As they try to survive
Zombie U in
this
VR.
terrifying experience. It will be available at local arcades across the globe. But
Maybe
also
he's
at
back.
retail for the Oculus Rift and the Vive systems.
He's back.
Sorry, my internet died completely.
Hey, I was keep on keeping on. They just showed this zombie game, the Walking Dead game, and I laughingly said, "Oh, this looks like Zombie U in VR." And then I said, "You know what would be dope? Zombie U in VR." Like, wait a minute, that's a
dope.
great idea.
That would be super dope.
Make it happen, Ubisoft. Could you imagine you're holding the PlayStation controllers, but you look at it like the tablet? You know, like on Wii U, you could still do that stuff.
Right. That would be cool. That'd be very cool.
That'd be good. Physics game. There's a lot of these.
Yes.
Ooh. Not that I think anybody wants to hear it or wants to play it, but I think that Dragon Cancer would be
Oh
an
my
interesting
gosh.
idea in VR.
That would be ridiculous.
I think it's a good fit, though.
It probably would be. I don't know that I'd want to play it that way, but or really anyway. That's one of those.
Anyway,
games
that's people like.
Yeah, it's one of those games you're glad you played, but never have to play again.
That is easily probably one of the most emotionally.
Oh yeah.
Well, of course that, but like it still sticks with me even to this day. Like 2 years later, it's still.
Yeah. No. Agreed.
Caroline.
Yeah, there are some things in VR still that not great. The length of limbs being one of those things.
I don't like throwing things. Anytime you have to like grab something and throw it, I don't think it ever feels right. Like I throw it and it like 45-degree angles off to you're like, wait a minute, that wasn't even close, guys.
I think that's because of the move controllers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the reason those need to be changed.
It makes that football game that I love, it makes it very difficult sometimes. You're like
I
looking
have no
over
doubt.
here and you throw, the ball goes flying off to the left. What the hell just happened?
You shouldn't have any trouble. We expect nothing less than your
That football game's fun though.
Yeah, I know you definitely seem to love that game.
Hey PSVR fans.
Uh-oh.
Enjoying the show?
Kind of.
So, because the next couple are for you. Let's hand it over to one of the coolest dudes in video games.
I expect you to die as a
What's
fun.
up, everybody?
It's
it's Greg.
Miller from Kinda Funny, and I'm so happy that Upload VR is
That's not a
doing their own
spoiler, it's
showcase.
just Greg.
Of course, we're doing our own showcase too.
He's screaming and yelling and talking real fast like he does.
You can check it out later.
Gotcha. I'm a few seconds behind, so.
I feel Twitter starting to turn on Greg. Yesterday at EA, they were like, "Oh, great, Greg's yelling again."
That's what he does.
That's what he does.
Greg yells.
He's really
It is
good.
a game from Future Lab. You might remember them. How could you forget?
He has like the Howard Stern gift of gab thing. You just give him a microphone and he just
You remember
goes.
the PlayStation Vita,
Yep.
right? No, you don't. It was a handheld. It had 2 sticks. It was great. Nobody supported it enough, except people like Future Lab. That's why we need to support them
Mini Mech
with
Mayhem?
Mini Mech Mayhem.
Yeah, they made good games. Future Lab.
I don't know anything about Mini Mech Mayhem.
Tabletop action
Oh,
strategy game
well,
for up to 4
the
players
developers
online.
makes
the game
good
is played
games.
out in 2
So
stages. The first stage is planning, where everyone
hell
programs
is
their
this?
actions for their little mech, and they use the PlayStation Move controllers.
We'll
to
find out
pick
in
the
just a
moves for
sec.
them. And then the second phase is where all those moves that have been programmed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you knew about it already.
You don't necessarily.
Well, no,
know
I
which
kind of
order
know
you're
about it,
playing
but
out in.
basically I knew.
Oh,
it was
this is
pretty
cool.
intense.
You're trying
Yeah.
to get your
This
mech
is the type
onto
of stuff I was telling you about.
square.
Right.
You
Yes.
push another mech into a hazard. You have to try and guess what your opponent is going to do. So if it does go horribly wrong, it's not the end of the world because you have.
It's kinda like
set
Into the
cards that you
Breach.
can play, such as calling in an airstrike.
A little bit, yeah.
Or just nudging someone off by 1 square.
We've got this thing in the game called an avatar, which is what you play as. My favourite thing is to go into the shop and then customise my avatar. You can also customise your mech as well, your little buddy, and you can put different parts on them
Little
and
buddy.
change the colours.
One of my unbiased favourite parts of the game is the AI. There are about 60 AI characters in game. Each of the AI characters will have its own difficulty assigned to it, so they fall into 4
Everyone
categories:
loves
easy, medium,
NAFTA.
hard, and tutorial. So you might start to recognise some of these AI. If you're playing against hard all the time, you'll come up against Jack the Brave.
What am I called in the game?
You're Frosty Matt.
All right, so we got the Stolen Pets game, Meat Fortress, and this game.
Sour Claire if you want.
I'll be Sour Claire.
Is
Hey,
it
at
live?
least you found some games that you're
Hey,
interested in.
you come away with any show with a game you really want to play, and that's a success.
For
in my
us
book.
as a studio.
Absolutely.
We've made fun games before. We've not made funny games.
Mini Mech Mayhem is coming
looks
out on the
funny.
18th of June. And
Comes
you
out
can
June.
pre-order
It
now
comes out
on the
next week.
PlayStation Store.
June 19th. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is cool. That's definitely one I'll add to the list.
I love every E3 announcement should be that. And it comes out within 90 days. And if you don't have it, then don't say it. Don't say anything.
Would have been really short press conferences for a lot of people this
And
year.
and we should do more of them. Shorter, more often. That'd be fantastic. Instead of having E3, we have 4 E3s a year.
Yeah, that's what Nintendo does. This looks suitably creepy.
The combat. When I see like those movements, it's like, no.
That's the thing that VR games just don't show.
Like he didn't even look like he even cut her head off. He just looked like he like leaned forward and the axe just sliced it off on its own.
But it got sliced off.
That's
the important
true.
thing, Doc.
Maybe you could have done that with like a butter knife or something. It was ridiculous.
Now we have a torch. That's where I'm at. I don't know where you're at.
I have the torch.
Okay, that's what I just got to. I used to not like the pure floating hands, but after playing Blood and Truth, I would rather have pure floating hands versus really wonky limbs.
Yeah, I think I like the floating limbs. That's fine. It's never really bothered me much. Did you understand my statement when I was talking to... Did you listen to the XP show?
I haven't listened to it.
Okay.
I'm like 3 weeks behind on
That's
basically every
fine.
show right now.
One of the things I was trying to explain to Seth was like... And I think he thought I was crazy. Like, the look that I got from Seth when I said this.
2019 has been amazing for Perk Games, with much more to come, including the highly anticipated Sirento, but we're not stopping there.
Sirento.
As you saw earlier, the Angry Birds Movie 2 VR Under Pressure is coming exclusively to PlayStation VR. We're so honored to reveal today that Perp are plucking
Oh,
it out
exclusively
of the
to
Insta world
PSVR.
and
Yeah.
sending it soaring onto store shelves everywhere. We can't
I'll get
wait
Angry
for you to
Birds and
try
play with the
this
kids.
zany underwater adventure
Yeah,
when
it probably would
it launches
be something
later
fun to
this
do like
year.
that.
Also later this
It's
year,
getting a box copy. Means I can get that GCU pre-order, hopefully.
Yeah.
DLC.
I pre-ordered so many games last night. I feel like at this point I'm going to pre-order anything that I'm potentially buying, and if I end up getting it digitally, I'll just cancel. But like I'm just getting the discounts while they're there, and I'll figure it out later.
Of the VR community, and that's why we are so happy to announce a physical edition of Pixel Ripped 1989, the multi-dimensional homage to retro gaming.
Look at this Caro game.
Exclusively to the Perp store. We'll be opening pre-orders very soon.
To the what store?
I don't even know what that is.
Publish their highly anticipated follow-up, Pixel Ripped 1995.
The Ripped
This
store?
will go to wider physical markets in all territories.
Right, that's it.
Well, almost. We've got one last thing to share with you today.
What? Gollum?
Is that what this is?
Yes. Where has this game been? It was supposed to be out like over a year ago.
The only thing I know about this game is that you've been talking about it. I don't know anything else.
Highwire Games' breathtaking PSVR exclusive adventure enables you to achieve the impossible as you gradually explore and unravel the secrets of an ancient
Golem, I think
city.
technically.
It's one
Sorry.
we've been waiting for, and today we are thrilled to
Like
reveal
anybody
that
cares.
Golem will get a physical release through Perp Games at launch.
Perp
Thank
Games.
you for your continued support. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Hey guys, I'm Arjen, programmer at Vertigo Games, and I'm excited.
Nothing about Wit Golem is coming
Nope.
out. Just said it's going to get physical release.
A lot. Can't wait what you guys think.
What I was telling Seth on the show is I play Blood and Truth, and it does this after if you play it for like 2 or more hours, at least I did. I sat down on the couch and started like using my phone, and I still like was in that mindset that I was in VR. Like I couldn't. I was like, wait a minute, this is like I had like this weird mental thing where I'm like, is this fake? What's happening?
But that's what a good VR experience does.
And I told that to Seth. He looked at me like I was insane. I was like, I'm telling you, it's real.
It's the same. It's the same thing that like running on a treadmill, and then immediately when you get off the treadmill, you're like, I'm not on a treadmill anymore. Same thing.
Yes.
Exact same thing.
Competitive and cooperative online multiplayer, we have some exciting new features coming to Dance Central.
I would never let
Playing
my kids play
Central
Dance Central in VR.
Can be a workout. It's definitely a great game.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm terrified of that. I'm terrified of that cord, like attached to boxes and stuff. Like the last
That's why you
thing
just
I
need
want
to get an Oculus Quest for them.
Yeah, the last thing I want to do is move around fast. Like, no. Let's do none of that. I'm scared I'm going to swing and catch that cord and just throw this.
But now the characters are going to challenge you. Dancing with the characters.
Understandable.
allows
That's what I'm
you
saying.
to
Oculus
earn
Quest
respect
for everyone.
And eventually unlock assets in the wardrobe so you can look fly anywhere in the game. And finally, we're releasing 6 songs as DLC. So if you've mastered all 32 on the soundtrack, no problem.
Yes, I could run into my stripper pole in the basement. I hit that pole in my backswing the other day.
For the Oculus Quest, Rift S, and Rift. So pick it up and meet us in the club.
Yeah, the fact that it's on Quest though, I think makes a huge difference.
I'm with you, Kyle.
Done.
To announce something
Ooh.
that we've been waiting to share actually with the rest of the VR community out there, and that is that we're bringing Echo Arena to Quest. And for us, that was actually a huge endeavor that we
that's big.
started when Quest was first announced internally. So I'm really excited to tell you that soon you'll be able to play Echo Arena in all its glory on the Quest.
Hello, Captain Roth. I'm glad to see you're still safe. You too, Echo One.
I'm also really excited to be here not only to announce Echo Arena for Quest, but I'm here to introduce Lone Echo 2. In Lone Echo 2, actually, we're joining back in the story of Jack and Liv, and you'll be able to kind of reprise your role.
Have you
as
played
Jack
this game?
In the
I have
story
not.
that took
Is
our
it on VR?
characters in the
PlayStation?
22nd century
I don't
from
believe
the space
so.
station around the rings of Saturn, forward 400 years into the future.
We're like
stranded
fake VR
on
fans?
this, spaceship,
Like
We are
not-
fake
but
VR.
then we'll
Not
be
real
able to
VR.
fancy computers with
more
like super.
characters, that are going to contribute to your narrative, to the way you're going to play the game, and find
We're
out
the
why
casuals
not only
who are
is-
commenting on a
is the
hardcore
gameplay mechanic
conference.
important, but why is the relationship we build with the two characters important. Lone Echo 2 really reinforces.
I'm really
the
glad that they
idea
decided to do this show.
You and Liv
Mm-hmm.
are like family, and that you and her basically will go through anything against all odds.
They can't know you're online. I promise. I'll explain everything when I get back. I'm going to need your help.
I can't wait to play more Dance Central.
Wow.
But Lone
Wow.
Echo 2 looked amazing, didn't it? Let's keep rolling with that PC VR vibe.
That was something.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine running on a treadmill in VR.
Oh gosh.
Hey.
Oh my god. What an office like space name. Like that is the office. Stress level 0 Boneworks or like what?
The real focus here from Servios.
It's like a video game Mad Lib.
It kind of is. Put things into the random name generator.
And a bunch of video game descriptions in a hat.
Like all
Right.
Servios is really focused first and foremost on how can
Oh,
we
man.
how can we push the medium forward.
The Sea of Thieves VR?
previously we had made Spring
Basically, I mean it's not, but yes.
Yes, I know. I've seen this one actually before.
From the past, the team said,
And I think when I saw it, I was like, I hate Sea of Thieves, and I'm not this game at all.
Fluid locomotion on a vehicle, what vehicle should we put players in? And everyone said almost simultaneously, pirates, right? Battleships on the high seas. You're constantly surrounded by dozens of pirate ships. We have a variety of weapons, from broadsides to Gatling guns, machine guns.
Michael Scarn. Thank you, Jared. That's where I was going with that.
And when you're playing the experience, not only does each pirate lord have a series of weapons and different levels they can progress through the system, they also have their unique powers and abilities. In addition to our campaign mode, we also have...
Oh shit, they have the Fable table.
You can have up to 4 players...
I know that table.
on the same team going from one scenario to another.
That's straight up ripped out of Fable, by the way. If you've never played it, I mean, it looks like the table.
That progressively get harder and harder and harder the further the players get. So one of the really exciting things we're doing about Battlewake is we're actually going to have a closed beta. So please go to battlewake.com where you can sign up to participate in that, and players will be able to play this new and exciting warfare mode before this gets released to the public.
In my life thus far,
Servios makes pretty good games, so that might be pretty solid.
my fortune.
Helm Systems.
I've been betrayed and dishonored. All for the sake of evil men and their ambitions.
Oh, is this shoot.
Elder Scrolls Blades.
That's
a joke.
Yeah. The Soul Keeper, I think this is called. This is supposed to be, if I recall, the first big made for VR AAA RPG fantasy game. If I
Really?
recall correctly, yeah.
I'm not digging it. It looks like
So it's kind of, taking that Skyrim VR.
Yeah, it looks like janky
idea.
Skyrim.
Well,
Why does so many VR like character models look like marionettes? When you hit them, they just like ragdoll and then fall down and stuff.
Well, because they have less polys, because they
Okay.
can't,
So there's actual reason why.
Yeah, because the refresh rate has to be so high they can, and since you're doubling, you're running 2 screens of it. In order to power it, you have to have less polys in the environments and the characters and all that. So that's why they don't why they look funny.
Tom Servo in the chat says, "Hey y'all, want to hit ragdoll enemies with swords and shit? Because that's like all we got right now."
Yeah, pretty much.
That's kind of my feeling. Every time I see one of these games, I'm like, I'm good.
But that's one of the reasons that doing open world things is tough.
Sure.
Whereas Blood and Truth, the enemies look pretty good in that game because very narrow,
That
very
game looks pretty
straight.
good.
Like, yeah.
What more do I have to lose?
I know I've already said it a bunch, but anybody that's watching us, I mean, Blood and Truth nails movement. Every VR game should move like Blood and Truth, in my opinion. I should look and move, not the whole like click to turn, click to move forward. That the whole directional turn-based movement that needs to go away forever. I don't think that's good at all. That's how Hot Shots does it too. You have to like hold a button to then turn left or right. It's terrible. It's like just let me turn. That's the whole point of VR. I just turn a little bit.
We've
Yeah.
great couch co-op play,
Yeah.
got it into VR.
It's for between 2 and 6 players. You can play locally or you can play online.
Just like the original game, each sector gets
We need a
harder and
PlayStation
harder
VR
as you
Sports
shout
Champions
things
game.
to each other, different challenges
That would be
in each
cool,
sector as you
for
get
sure.
different set of
Sports Champions is
controls on your
underrated.
panel.
Pretty good
Ray
game.
guns to shoot.
Yeah.
You can shoot all the aliens that are throwing goop at your panels with.
You've got a special hammer, so when everything inevitably breaks, you can then fix it.
We've
You
got
fix
fire
it by
extinguishers,
bashing it with a
fire
hammer?
extinguishers will inevitably happen.
What? You can fix it?
And of course, we've got terrifyingly difficult.
That's way more fun than slowly turning a wrench, I guess. Just hit it with a hammer a lot.
Facial expressions from your various avatars, which will also be personalizable as well. Ultimately, the important
Caroline's
thing to
way
remember
of
for this
fixing
game is you have
things.
to work together.
Don't worry, Brian, I'm gonna fix it. He's like, no!
No.
We're going to be opening the game up for alpha testing soon.
We're really excited to be bringing the Space Team to
Making VR games
VR
looks like a
fans
lot
at
of fun.
home, but also
It
VR
has to be.
Look
I
at
have
this.
to imagine.
It's
Yeah.
just ridiculous.
And watch this space.
Audica is a VR rhythm shooter available now in early access. Armed with dual
I hope this
blasters,
comes to
players shoot
PSVR.
and smash to the beat of a killer soundtrack with 22 songs and counting. We've already released 10 updates in early access, and later this month we'll have our biggest update yet. It will include more
is
new
Beat Saber
songs,
with guns,
a new
right?
environment,
Yeah,
a new
it's
weapon
from,
set, and new leaderboard features that make
oh
it easier
gosh.
to challenge and compete with
Harmonix.
your friends. even
You
across
shared this with
platforms.
us.
We recently updated the game to allow
In the
for custom
Discord.
blasters and avatars.
Oh, did I?
And we also shared
Could be.
tools to allow you
Yeah.
to create alternate target
You're the one that
maps for
told
any
me
of
about
the
it.
songs in the
I've
game
seen
soundtrack.
videos of it.
Today,
I've seen
we're
the
releasing an
gameplay.
in-game editor that allows you to shoot along to any song on the soundtrack.
It reminds me of that
which is
Kinect
immediately
game
a playable map,
that they
which can
did.
be shared or exported to
Oh, yeah.
Like
We are
that Fantasia
extremely
thing
grateful to our
that they had.
creators and
That's
wanted
what it
to
reminds
find
me
a
of.
special way to showcase and reward
Which we
that
love, by the way.
creativity.
We played the shit out of the game.
So we're excited
Yeah.
to invite
A
all
lot of
of
people
you
did
to
like it.
create
I'm
your
like
own
the most
playable
casual.
maps. Submit them to our Discord
I always-
channel.
I
by
feel bad
November
every-
10th for a chance to win prizes.
Caroline's like, play
There was
400 as a
something
JRP. I'm like, I played that Harmonix
Vodka
game a
now
bunch, man.
On Steam,
That game was
Oculus Store,
awesome.
or Viveport. And we'll see you on the leaderboards.
I hope this game, when it is not
No
in early
VR.
access, well, it's in early access still. So I hope
That's
when
true.
it is done, kind of like Beat Saber, it comes to PSVR.
I need Beat Saber's never gonna get licensed music, huh? Like nobody's
There was
gonna
a
try
there
to-
was a rumor that the next
Asgard's
song
Wrath
update pack
is
was going to
an
have some, but I don't think it
action-adventure,
ended up being true.
RPG
Which I think
game
it comes out
set in a
today,
Norse
maybe.
Doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't PlayStation get them something?
You're gonna be
Like they obviously
exploring,
have something. Like
number
have
of
them get it for you.
realms throughout
They have
the entire
PlayStation
game.
Music and all this
You're
stuff.
gonna
Like they
meet
can
some of the
license some
famous
stuff. Get some stuff in
Asgardians
there.
From across
Yeah.
the world of
Didn't have to be
Wrath.
good.
Loki's going to be sending you off.
It
to
really
different
doesn't.
realms to meet mortal heroes.
I didn't say like
Well,
the
the
latest
rumor-
Beyonce or some shit. Like put like Now 15 or something in there. You know?
The rumor was that it was going to be Imagine Dragons music, so depending on where
Gameplay is
Yeah,
very
I like Imagine
Shit about that,
action-oriented.
okay.
As
Okay
a god,
with
you're going to be
I
converted.
want like
Again, I don't know that that's actually happening, but
I
that's
desperately want to
to
play Green Day and Beat Saber. I just
That'd
want
be
like
fun.
that drum beat, you know.
Yeah.
As he's eating the corpses,
Again, if we only we played
sometimes he'll be
things on
pulling a
PC,
lever
we
that
If we
could do
were
all
real
of these
VR
things.
fans.
or he could be
Right.
Opening a door. I think people have never seen.
I will say this game,
combat
the
like what they're
character
gonna see
models
in
and
Asgard's
the
Wrath.
movements look a
It's
little better
so
than a lot of the other
visceral
games we've seen
to
thus
have
far.
the sword and the shield in your hand
Not
and
as
feel the
ragdoll-y.
impact
True.
and
Yes.
really feel
It's weird when they
they're
like move fast.
competing with somebody.
They
Yeah.
kind of look like they're
But
glitching.
probably one of my favorite.
Tom
elements
says,
is when
quote,
you,
"I
when
like
you
Imagine
first, as a
Dragons,"
god,
says Donnie.
convert an animal and you put it down.
I think I do.
To actually initiate.
Like
and make
my
that
daughter and
animal
kids
be
have
your
heard
follower
songs. I
and
think
be
they're
your
on like
game.
Rock Band or
You've gotta
something.
walk
Like,
over and give 'em a high
I don't know the
five or a
songs.
fist
but-
bump to get 'em to
The
follow you.
every time Radioactive plays, all I think of is
Asgard's
that
Wrath will be out
Xbox
fall
conference when they
2019,
announced
and it'll be out
Xbox
on the
One, or it was the
Oculus
first year of
Rift.
Xbox One or
Make
whatever
sure
they
to
were
play it
announcing
on
it.
the Oculus Rift
Maybe it was even
S
for
because it
Xbox One
looks
X because the whole Welcome to the New Age,
fantastic
they just played that part of that over.
Welcome to the New Age.
over.
Yeah, now you've jogged my memory. I remember that. I mean, I'd play that in VR. I wouldn't like love it, but yeah, I'd play it. Something to mix up the endless amounts of like heavy riff techno beats.
60 year of
Yeah.
I saved a group of noble women from an unruly mob at Rose Square. And in the following year, I defeated a company of bandits gathering near our
Oh,
border.
apparently it's not cool to like Imagine Dragons. You know what, Tom? Guess who likes Nickelback?
Shadow Hills, the Azure Marshlands,
Nickelback's not
and
that
the
bad. They
Azure
have a hell of a drummer. So, sorry, internet. I like Nickelback too. Nickelback is like Keanu. There was a time where Keanu was Nickelback, but he came around. Nickelback will have their time. They'll come back around.
everything.
Haters gonna hate. Some of their songs are really stupid though. That I understand.
We don't have much time. Where were we? Oh, right. The injury. While the Lord was recovering, Baroness Eva took control of the military. Baroness Eva.
Thank you,
began
Babbitt.
her close allies
Babbitt
in
understands what I'm talking about.
I couldn't stand it any longer.
Sorry, Kyle. I don't care about like this is another game and knights and chain metal.
I know you're not into this sort of thing. But look, she's got like a jaw of metal. Like that's awesome.
I feel like we saw like a bunch of like arcade games and then one never-ending Skyrim game that they've shown like 8 times.
There's been a lot of that type of game,
We've seen so many of these games.
but none of them have dragons.
Do we not have enough fucking night simulators? God, this is people whine about zombie games. There's a billion of these things.
I don't know. I think this looks cool.
Okay. I'm not gonna rob your joy.
That's fine. I can understand how it's probably not for everyone. That's cool. I understand.
I fought, but there were too many of them. I somehow managed to escape.
She struck him down like boss man.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Except her shaking looked like it was in like 6 frames per second.
treason, plain and simple.
Does that mean?
And I'm out.
I mean, you play things on Switch, so whatever.
I know. And I say this, and I say the exact same things when I'm watching play on the stream. I'm like, this is terrible.
Help me clear my name. I will bring no
It was
charges
so
against
weird because she like it was so smooth. She'd turn around, strike him down, and I was like, oh, it was nice. And the next thing, I was like, I was like, oh god, that's my name. So why do we have all of these games? We don't have a damn lightsaber game. Where's lightsaber Star Wars VR game?
It's on Quest.
Garden of the Sea is a VR game about
I should have bought a
truly
Quest.
belonging somewhere, about creating a home with your own hands,
Yeah, there's one on
and
Quest right
about
now.
exploring and connecting with the world around you. You start out on a small island and you have a little cottage, and your objective is to grow your own garden.
Oh my
and
God.
Explore the nearby islands and
I'm just waiting for the caps to hit.
interesting creatures. And
Oh my God.
basically just make
There's a little
this
bird you get to
She
play with.
pet a bird.
We had this internal
Can you
pitch
pet the
day
bird in the game?
right
You can
Yes.
pet the bird.
Epic Cuts, and Christopher, the art director on this game, and I both came into the pitch day.
You get
and
to
basically
garden?
pitched the exact same game. So we looked at each other and we're like, we kind of have to build this now, don't we? We've got a plant growing system and a crafting system. We want to do some crossbreeding in the future, both for the animals and for the plants, so that you know what you're feeding them
Crossbreeding?
affects how
She
they
fed the bird.
Feed the pig with
And
strawberries.
it did little
Yeah.
Chevy.
Is that a dog that I just saw?
You get to ride a boat.
Another thing that I really like is the
Oh,
creatures,
Caroline, she
because they
found it.
are really fun to interact.
What is the tongue thing?
So cute, aren't they? Yeah.
I think that's the movement.
I hope we're gonna add more.
Like it's a teleport before you teleport to.
Oh, it's creepy.
That
It looks
one,
creepy.
I think has a lot of potential.
It looks like your hand has a
Really
tongue.
cool, so we figured
It did
why
kind of
not
look like that. It
release
kind of looked like they were playing
now,
Battletoads.
Today, in way too early access, we have so many ideas.
Way too early
about what we
access.
wanna
Yeah,
build, but
That's
we
a new
wanna
thing.
know what you want the game to have.
Well, that thing is cute
And we
too.
need your
And there's that
input
like a
on that to
yeah. I
figure
think
out
there's like a
how to
dog,
make
but
this
it looked
game
like it
the
was
best
kind of a
it
flying
possibly
dog.
can
I don't know.
We're releasing Garden of the Sea on
Garden of
Steam,
the Sea.
and
Oh, in way too early
all the major VR headsets via
Completely
Steam.
broken as fuck.
Okay,
What did What did Bethesda call their thing last year with Fallout? They call it like "Let's Break It Together" or something. Like it had like an acronym. That's funny.
Hi, I'm Paul Vandermeer, lead designer at Vertigo Games, and today we're proud to reveal the first gameplay footage of the Dam DLC, the largest Arizona Sunshine mission yet.
Oh, Arizona
Coming
Sunshine
your way
stuff. Yep.
August 27th. Please enjoy.
Tom Servo, way too early access. EA calls that launch day.
Arch.
Arizona Sunshine.
Yeah.
Eventually I'll get it. So you're saying not great on PlayStation?
Yeah, I haven't played it on PSVR, but that is what the things say, is that it's very good on PCs, but not super great on PSVR.
Is that just because of the controller or the power level, like performance?
I think a combination of the two.
That sucks. So many people love this game.
Yeah. So.
Okay then.
Some iRobot shit.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Erin.
Is Will Smith gonna come out?
Hammerhead, an immersive entertainment
Hopefully better than he did the
studio
Genie.
based in the UK. We're excited
Have you
to
seen that
announce
yet?
We're working
No.
on the continuation of
Folks in my office said it was good. I listened to
award-winning
soundtrack. Soundtrack is
2013
not good.
Cult film by Rob
Yeah.
McClellan. Abe is a tense psychological horror about a robot who's looking for love in all the wrong places.
Get to bring your dog to
We're
work?
creating a multi-format story world,
I'm in there.
leading with a pioneering
I have that code
location-based
editor.
VR experience that will be brought to life through state-of-the-art volumetric capture. We're also
Wow.
bringing you a short film and a game release that can be played with or without VR. We're proud to present the first teaser. Take a look.
Oh shit, Kyle. Kyle.
You're in, aren't you?
Kyle!
Let us begin.
Oh, shit!
That's creepy.
Let us begin. Oh, fuck! It's the kitchen all over again.
Yeah.
Nathan somewhere is like, no! Oh, no.
Oh no! Come on, leave the pig
no.
alone. Oh boy.
Location-based VR.
Location-based VR.
Right. Maybe this time.
Abe will fix you.
That looks really interesting,
Maybe
though.
this time I will get it right. Maybe this time
Did they just
I'll
like
fix you.
have a mess up on the stream?
No.
Mine, like, I saw it twice.
Abe
Oh,
looks
did you?
amazing,
Oh, I didn't.
but what are you going to do to that pig? Anyway, thanks Hammerhead for that one. In fact, we're nearing the home stretch now, so it's time to start throwing some more megatons your way. Here's the latest look at Aspire 1.
Abe will fix you.
Welcome, Agent.
Aspire 1 is a made-for-VR stealth action first-person shooter that targets every VR platform.
Every VR platform.
Abe?
The original inspiration for Aspire
No.
actually
Oh,
came
this, yes.
from
Yep.
Upload VR's Presence podcast that they ran in 2016. One of their listener questions was, why aren't there any
Oh, that was a
realistic
cool
stealth
little
games
concept
in
right
VR?
there of using
Games like
your
Metal Gear
empty
Solid
clip
and Splinter Cell.
to throw
For
to
2
distract
years, we've been trying
people.
to reimagine these
Oh, yeah.
stealth mechanics.
That's cool. I like that.
Aspire's been built for VR.
I am the 13th follower of Abe will fix you on Twitter.
Nice work.
We did it.
HTC Vive and Windows Mixed Reality. It's also coming to PS.
The tagline says,
and the
I was
Oculus
programmed to
Quest, where
love.
The gameplay will remain one-to-one.
A huge problem
It's so
with
good.
VR is simulator sickness or VR sickness. And right from day one, we've always wanted all players to play Aspire.
Oh, shit, he
with
just
full
walked up the
freedom of
wall, dude.
movement And
Yeah.
the precise control that they expect from console shooters.
Oh, that's
So
something
early in
that
development,
you don't
invented
see in VR
Inspire
much, like
Control.
free
Right.
reign to
It
do
is
things.
our locomotion system with its comfort features, and the Aspire Control Theater allows for full freedom of movement, maintains immersion in the game world, and minimises VR sickness.
We've also got electromagnets in the Aspire robot's hands, so you can climb metal surfaces throughout the game and distance grip certain objects. Which
Oh,
gives
hell
you a
yes.
variety of stealth
Cow, there's like 7 games in this thing that I want to play.
actually sneak up
This is
behind
really
bars if
good.
you're under
I don't
the
think
cool
anybody
looking
expected it to be this good.
and
This
they'll
show's
be
great.
Players experience long-form, story-driven campaign missions, so they take.
I mean, the guy
80
kind of
minutes
pushing
to
across the
complete.
crowd when he knocked him down
Progress
right there
can be
was an
mission,
awesome
which is
play.
perfect for playing on the go.
There are also a number of
This looks
virtual
cool, though.
challenges
This looks
that
really cool.
test your skills
You remember
on
that
global leaderboards.
that chapter in Detroit where like you go and scale like that telecommunications tower? This like thing that's what's making me think of.
Yeah, no, I can see that for sure.
The Aspire team is extremely excited to get the game into your virtual hands. You'll be able to play
This year.
Aspire this coming
Yeah.
August, where it will be available on all platforms.
Utam Servo Fear and VR would be
Stay
dope.
up to date on the latest
Yeah.
developments. Be sure to visit us on our social media platforms.
Holy f, that looked amazing. If you like that, check out this cool.
Hey everybody.
Seems to be
Yeah,
a
Game
divide
Director
in
here, First
the
Contact
amount of
Entertainment. I'm excited to be
game
here on
makers
behalf
that
of
will
our team.
cuss
This is
and
a
won't
world
cuss.
exclusive
Yeah.
to the new title we're working on.
Bethesda
It's
didn't
a
give a shit about any of that.
fast-paced multiplayer
Ooh.
shooter in VR.
So these are the people who made Firewall 0 Hour.
Which I hated.
I know you did.
I did not like that at all. It was bad.
So.
Okay.
Okay, so that was that, and now we moved on. Okay, I was expecting something
Really?
more.
That's like a mission in Days Gone. That's like how that works. I thought this was the game we already saw.
I'm so confused right now. Yeah. So did they literally basically just show like a title screen? And that was the only thing that we got?
Yeah, that's why I was making fun of the Days
Yeah.
Gone thing.
Right. Okay.
It was like, here's a logo, thanks. Like, what the fuck just happened? That shouldn't be in any showcase trip. That should never happen. That's bad. Yeah, this is budget cuts. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah. But this is budget cuts too?
Was the other one not?
So we knew
No, yeah.
early on that we wanted to make Budget Cuts 2 a game of larger scope.
Interesting.
And variety. So
I
that's
feel like
why
I just
we
have
asked
deja
Astro
vu, man.
Games
It's just-
to collaborate
I know.
with us.
Yeah, I mean, we used to share an office back then. So
Dev,
we
are
played
you
each other's
saying I look
games
tired?
Before they were finished, there was lots of discussions and great ideas being thrown around. So when Neat approached us to co-develop this game, my thoughts went back to those discussions, and I'm really, really happy we will
This
work
has
together
a
to make them
game
come
has a
alive.
bow, so Dev would be
Budget
all
Cuts
in.
2. You're on a mission. It used to be about saving your job, but now you have to save the world. So your mission is to take down Transcorp, a mega powerful
Dev,
corporation
I
that
published
kills
the
humans
Xbox
and
show, I
replaces
think,
them
at
with workaholic robots.
3 in the
all
morning.
In the name of efficiency.
And then
And
finally
to
went
accomplish
upstairs and got
this,
some sleep
you
and
have
woke
to
up and
leave
came
your
down here.
office
So yeah, I haven't
cubicle
moved
and
much.
travel across
Moved all of
several new
30
types of
feet since the last time you left me.
So these new environments, they enable us to make.
I did wet my
gameplay,
hair.
both in
I was
terms
able to
of
do that before the
enemy
show. I haven't even taken a
encounters
shower yet.
and,
I did make some
puzzle
coffee.
solving. And combining that with.
We do it for the love of the game.
That's
right.
And new types of enemies, new types of gadgets.
Yeah, this is. I don't know what's going on.
Lets us make.
I don't know if the other one was like Budget Cuts 1 coming to VR and this is the announcement for the sequel, or if it's just showing us the same thing.
Yeah.
Like how you choose to approach a stealth scenario, or what tools you
It looks
use
cool.
to accomplish your
I mean, it
goals.
does look cool.
It does look
The original
cool.
Budget Cuts was about escaping the Transcorp offices, so we found that players were taking a
What
very
this is like
cautious
a
approach
E3.
to
This
enemies.
you're doing the coffee,
In Budget
and then
Cuts
you do
2,
the
it's much more about
like you just like one
infiltration,
and then
about
one
getting
and
closer
then
to
one.
the Transport
I just have coffee, that's all I'm
headquarters
going
to
with.
finally be able to take them down.
What kind of
Budget Cuts 2
coffee?
is a
This is a
self-contained title, so,
cold
you
press
don't have
from
to have
Caribou
enjoyed
Coffee.
Budget Cuts 1 to play this.
Mad respect. I thought
But
you were about to
think
tell me
really
you had
should,
like a
because it's
caramel
awesome
mocha
game.
frappuccino or
Stay tuned,
something.
because
I was gonna
Budget
make fun of you, and then you
I
were
knew,
like,
I knew you would have.
you were
but
like,
then
no, I have
you
man's
also-
coffee. I was like, okay, good.
What?
Big finale.
Okay, hold on to your butts. It's the big finale. Let's hand it over to Cloudhead Games.
I realize that there are thousands of video game studios that I've never heard of or don't know.
Yep.
There's just thousands of them. For all we think about the industry is in trouble or is facing challenges, like there's a billion people making video games. Oh, this looks awesome. Has my attention.
Yeah.
So Pistol Whip is this kind of glorious hodgepodge of genres. We've been describing it as like a music rhythm FPS game, but it also has the inklings of like a runner game and a bullet hell game.
It's a shooter that you don't necessarily have to be.
This seems really quiet compared to the rest of the conference.
It's
Yeah.
a rhythm game that doesn't require you to.
It's very odd.
Some of their miking has been weird. I think everybody recorded their own stuff and sent it in.
Yeah.
They all spliced it together.
Time and aiming down the sights to make sure you get a headshot on a dude. You don't have time for that. You gotta
Red Steel 3 would be awesome.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Red Steel. Red Steel 2 is really good.
I love this.
I'll go to the
idea
grave
that
with that one.
you are
Red Steel
kind of
2 was fun.
focused on the thing that you're good at. And in this case, it's either
kinda seems
being
like
reactive
they
and accurate
took
to
some,
hitting enemies, or you're thinking about the beat. And
Yeah, I was gonna say this
musicality
is
of it.
making me feel a lot like of vibes of Super Hot a lot.
Flow state,
still haven't played it.
rhythm of Beat Saber,
Yeah.
and you've got your frenetic action of
Super Hot in VR is
and you
really
put
fun.
together-
I mean, the game,
you end
the
up
regular
feeling
game,
like John Wick
the
in
flat
Matrix,
game is fun too, but in
taking
VR
out
it's very
targets
cool.
and ultimately being this action hero badass.
We ended up listening to a whole bunch of different tracks, obviously, and as the team kind of focused in on what we really wanted the heart of the game to be, it became clear that one label in Montreal really stood out.
Are you laughing at the studio's name or the record company's name?
No.
Oh.
I'm laughing about that bit in the chat.
Oh, I don't have the chat up. Sorry.
He said, don't tell Adam about the audio.
Oh.
Around it was kind of like watching a high octane action.
Well, they recorded it locally and sent it in. It's
Probably gonna love this.
Oh god, it's too much. It's too much.
Figuring out a way to kind of put laser in the center of an action scene. A lot of rhythm games do deal with just your static and your void and things would fly past you. We wanted to go a different direction and move the player actually through a space.
It's just fucking ruined the whole show.
This is not exactly the club.
I can't even pay attention to this game anymore.
But it looks cool.
It does look cool.
The game
I'm
looks
afraid
very
like
cool.
how much of this is actual game versus like conceptualizing what the game is.
Right. Yeah. How much is aspirational versus what?
Yeah.
The stuff that you see in your typical rhythm game, where you have a specific set of.
I was hoping to see them like jump around, because I was starting to get like, I was like, is this like first person like My Friend Pedro stuff? But it's just shooting. Like there's no like elements and stuff.
You choose how to capitalize on those.
At the start, you're trying to compete against yourself. You're trying to best your last score. You're trying to.
Still
be
looks
more
cool.
tactical and more
John Wick
surgical
Simulator.
with How you're taking
Yeah.
out enemies. You start in a panic state. I like the kind of steps and stages you.
I need to stop seeing
experience
this
as you
this
kind of
mock-up with
go
the
through
guy.
different songs
Stop
and
doing
learn
that.
How to
Yeah.
be great.
Sorry, studio.
Look how
Stop.
cool he looks.
No.
terms
You have to wear a suit with tie. I mean, I think that's very. They chose that outfit very
Deliberately.
specifically.
Something
Yeah.
for Valve with the Hand Labs experience or Pistol Whip.
Pistol-
we
I mean, it
pride
seems
ourselves
cool.
on knowing what feels good, and I think Pistol Whip.
It's all set to rhythm and stuff.
And people will
Coming
get
soon
it.
to major VR platforms.
Does that not count us?
You're not major.
Does that not count us? Does PS4 count?
I mean, it's got the large install base. You think that'd make it major?
Okay, that's a wrap. We are done, finished, finito, out of here. Thank you so much for watching the first ever
I'm really
Upload
surprised we
E3
got a
VR
very
showcase.
brief look at
Thank you to
gold.
every developer that
Even
took
though
part today.
nothing's still
You
about
guys make
when
the VR
that game is
industry what
ever
it is.
coming out.
Let's close out with another look at some of the games we covered today.
Turn this back down. This thing's so loud. All right, so that game, I forget what it's called now.
Pistol Whip?
No, the mini mech thing.
Oh yeah.
The
I
mech
forget what-
tabletop game. That
Yeah.
comes out next week.
Yeah.
I gotta buy that.
Mini Mech Mayhem? Is that what it is?
Yes. And then I want the one where the curious case of the stolen pets. Is that it right? That's right?
Yeah. Yep.
That game looks. That's probably my highlight of show. I think it looked very polished. It looked great. It's like Tearaway kind of meets Fez.
Yeah.
Was the kind of the thing I was getting.
Mini Mech Mayhem, if you pre-order it, is $16.
That is not bad at all.
Nope.
Physical release?
I don't know. I was just looking at the PlayStation Store.
Is that PSN members only? Because I still do not have Plus.
Yeah, I'm guessing it is yeah, it is. It's got the little the Plus thing. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, it's $20.
It sucks that the Team Fortress hot dog thing. I would play the shit out of that game.
Yeah, that looked cool. Using a flamethrower on hot dogs. That's funny.
Video game needs more of that. Need more of that joy in the world.
More humor,
Yes.
humorous video games. I would agree. That is something we don't get enough of.
Budget cuts not coming to PlayStation VR. That would have been one. Trying to find.
I do wish there was more, and I get that it works, but there was kind of like you said, there was a lot of shooty things and a lot of I want to be a knight things.
Yeah.
And my favorite VR games have, well, obviously, Blood and Truth is up there, so I can't exclude that one, but most of my favorite VR games are not either of those things.
I really like the little, and we might share this, like the little arcadey, cartoony, like the platformers, the fixed position stuff. I think all of that stuff works well. That's why I was thinking like tabletops, things for your position, you sit still. Do that. That's good.
Yep. No, I agree. So more of that would have been nice to see, but that was still a really good collection of games. I think it definitely showed a little bit that VR still has a way to go as far as how do you present it in a way that looks good.
I think that's, I think that's them doubling down on what works, what they know they can do.
Yeah.
And, it's got to be hard to like really venture out and do something too risky in such an experimental space.
Yeah.
I've got to find a recap or a list because, I know as we were watching it, there was an easy 5-6 games that I want to play that were coming to PlayStation VR.
Yeah, I'm sure Upload VR will have a list on their site soon. So.
The Angry Birds game, I want to do that. The Acorn game, I'd like to play that game.
Yep.
Apparently, I said this is nuts, and I didn't even realize that I said that when I said it. That was pointed out in the chat.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
And
unintentional value. Nicely done.
The Curious Case of the Stolen Pets, or whatever the hell that was called. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
I want to play. That was probably I think that was my highlight. That's probably my highlight of the show. Maybe I'm forgetting something, but I really like that.
Yeah, I think for me, honestly, I know it's just seeing Golem again and knowing it still exists and it's still happening.
What is that game that you've been talking about for years? Because you and Devin both have been talking about this game.
Well, the big thing is it is a PlayStation VR exclusive that is being done by Highwire, who is a new studio that one of the founders is Marty O'Donnell, who did the original Halo soundtracks.
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing all of the audio for it, but it is kind of you play as and maybe things have changed, but my understanding is you basically are kind of a young girl who in her dreams or imagination takes control of this golem who then, and it's got hand-to-hand sword want to be a knight combat that you're kind of progressing through the world. We don't know a whole bunch more about it other than that. I think there's some light puzzle solving and things like that, but it was supposed to come out. The original release date it got was March 2018. And now here we are, June 2019.
Living that Ori life.
Yeah, and they delayed it. They said they delayed it about a month before release and said, yeah, we'll come back with a new release date soon. And it's been over a year. So
wow.
I think it's one of those, it just visually looked really good and was one of those first PSVR games to look really pretty. So I think that kind of captured everyone's imagination. So yeah, I would just like to see, when are we getting this game? Are we ever getting this game? Clearly we are. It's getting a physical release too. So at some point we're going to get it. But yeah, I'm down.
I'm trying to nail down if Lucas is doing the PC show. I think
he said he was going to, didn't he say he was going to live tweet it?
I'm not sure.
Comment, but
I might have missed that. Yesterday we were talking about him possibly doing, but I don't know if he's doing it.
Did that start already?
It should be starting now. That's why I wanted. Oh. So Caroline in the chat confirms. Yeah, he's doing it. He's starting. So we got to get out of here so I can host him.
Okay.
But we'll be back for Ubisoft at 4 and Bethesda at 8:30. that right?
Square. Are we doing
Square?
Kind of Funny?
Square. Not. We are going to do Kind of Funny.
Okay. So
Yep.
yeah, it would be UB Kind of Funny Square running the evening down.
We may have to. Hopefully, Kind of Funny doesn't run into Square. I don't think it'd be that long.
I don't. I don't think so.
Like 30
Hopefully not.
minutes, something like that. Okay, so let's get out of here. Stay tuned. We're going to host Lucas and come over here and we'll tweet all the things. Thanks for hanging out. And that was VR. See you guys.
Later, everyone.